Dan Arley said that the danger of expecting nothing is that in the end, it might be all we get. How many times you been through your day without expecting truly how your day will end? Or how many times you been through your regular work, your regular routines for the week, and just end up another Saturday like this, same old Saturday. And you'll have the same old Sunday tomorrow. How many times you complain about the food you eat, but you don't do anything about it? You complain about the work, the boss, the people, the loads, and all the irrational things at the workplace, and yet you truly choose to remain for another payday, another 13 month, for another bonus, for another year. How many times you have decided to keep up a relationship that's draining you, a relationship that costing you mental energy, currency of time, currency of money, currency of emotional investments. How many times you disagree with the sermon in the pulpit? How many times you disagree with how the pastor, the guru, the elders, the leaders in the church that you are attending, and yet you decide that maybe it's just you, and because everybody else still follows, you decide to follow? How many times you think you deserve more, but you decided to be quiet? Countless of times you have found, I found, we found ourselves in decisions, in situations, and predicament that seems to be irrational, but we keep doing the same old thing as if it is predictable. Welcome to Predictably Irrational episode. Welcome to Life Coach Corner. This is my day 27 of the 31 days beyond the grind, mastering the art of hustle in 2024. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach Lian, Coach has Master Coach Asmin, okay, Coach Darbel, Coach Candy, and everyone hopping in right now on a Saturday, beautiful Saturday evening. Do me a favor, tag a friend, call a relative, have someone join us tonight. Whom do you think wants to understand why it seems they do things that are irrational, but predictably they keep doing it? Hello, Coach Sean. You're coming in. Thank you. Tonight's conversation is going to dive deeply on research, on the works, on behavioral economics of a human consumerism. Did you hear it right? Behavioral economics. So, behavioral economics is a fascinating field that dive into the psychological factors influencing economic decisions. A lot of thought leaders talk about many things relating to psychology and how things, or how a human how a person will predictably act. But in behavioral economics, we get to see how people truly respond when given factors related to financial, money, gifts, freebies, and all the rest. And why it's important for us to have a conversations like this? Because here in Life Coach Corner, we have dedicated this space, this time, every single night to help coaching entrepreneurs, coaching practitioners, coaching enthusiasts, and incoming coaching clients to understand what the profession is all about. And oftentimes, in our profession, a lot of us have a difficulty explaining what we do and why we do what we do. If you are connecting with me, let me know in the chat box. Show me a hashtag connecting. Hello, Coach Marife. Okay? Are you connecting? Are you one person who's having a difficulty to explain what you do, how you do it, and why you do what you do? Similarly, if you are a coaching client or an incoming client, you know that you are looking for someone who is not a therapist, not a psychologist, not a psychiatrist. But when you explain that you want a coach and a person next to you, a family member, contradicts, question, and challenge your choice, you back off and you say, okay, I'll go where you think I should be going. That is the challenge that many of us in this profession is facing. Now, interesting enough, while this is a major challenge for us, this is also a major, or I would say, a great opportunity for us to advance and let many know the value of the profession. Let's just put some logic into this because right now, we continue to be the second fastest growing industry in the world next to IT. And this number, this status, we have, as far as I could reach or research, we are the second fastest growing industry in the world way back 1993. And today is 2024. So you would see that 2 decades have passed and we are still continuously growing. We are continuously registering positive double digit growth in spite the pandemic. Now, it is interesting to note that there are many ways we can explain why people are not getting the richness of their potential. Hello, Coach Lady Jen. I can see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Why they're not able to achieve their greatest purpose. And I say greatest purpose because you probably, at this season, your purpose is to raise a child, your mother, your season, your as a parent right now is to build a family. But there's a greater purpose, there's a greater mission, there's a greater things for you to be achieved. And unfortunately, there are many empty nesters. Hello, Coach Salve, welcome. There are many people who suffer from the anxiety, confusion of being an empty nester because after the children are past their schooling days, they're grown up, they have their own family now, they're and as a parent, you're now retired, you're done with your corporate job, you are left with the question, what's next for me? Hello, Coach Doc Herman, magandang gabi po. Okay? So, these are all considerations that our profession in coaching wants to carve, carve an understanding why life coaching works. We do coaching in a very creative ways. We do it one-on-one, we do it group, we do it in classes, we do it in public speaking. We do it in a multitudes of ways. We incorporate it with our arts, we incorporate it with other services. We continue to get empirical results. We use mental models to back up the things that we do because we believe also that life coaching is science. And in doing it and practicing it, serving other people, we become the coach. And when I say we become the coach, we become the very person our clients look up to, our clients dream to become in terms of achieving goals, achieving our greatest potential. It is unfortunate, however, that when you talk about practice of the profession, where you get monetized, building the profession as a business, where you grow your portfolio, grow your business, and also have other people do the business. That's where the challenge is. And this is where behavioral economics will come to play. Now, I'm going to share with you one of the one of the many books, or I would say one of the greatest books that have truly invested so much in the world of behavioral economics. Okay. I'd like you to, okay, again, for everybody's attention, I don't have an affiliate marketing. I'm not an affiliate marketer of any guru, of any, any organization. So I don't have it. And so in the process of me sharing books, sharing authors, is because I want to give you the opportunity to dive deeper to the research, to the body of works that they are doing, in case you are interested. Now, one of the great researchers and person who's diving into the behavioral economics is Dan. Okay, so there's a book that's called, Dan Arley is the author. He's professor of psychology and a behavioral economist. And he talks about, he got this beautiful book, okay, Predictably Irrational, the very title of my conversations with you tonight. Now, Predictably Irrational is a book that explain the hidden forces that really drive how we make decisions, which are, you will, you can argue with this, but that this is Dan Arley talking about based on his research. Okay. What he found out in his research is that we are far less rational than we think. Okay. But we can help. Like he said, we can help. There is help. Help is available for us to stay on top of our finances, interact better with others, and live happier and healthier life once we understand our irrationality. And this is where our profession, our coaching profession comes the big as a player. Whatever is your profession, whatever you do today, I want you to take a look at this because, hello, Elaine, there might be some changes in your industry, or your industry continue to operate the same in and out. You might have your disappointments, whatever it is that's happening in your industry. I want you to take a look at the dynamics that's happening in life coaching as an industry, as a profession, as a business, and a skill that can be incorporated regardless of your expertise. Now, isn't it beautiful when you get to understand, hello, Coach Candy, why people do what they do? Why do they say what they say? The other night, I talked about $1 million mission statement. And it kind of, easy to understand that people who wants to thrive, people who wants to achieve their dreams can create, follow through $1 million mission statement. And I'm sure you would agree with me that is a yes. Okay. How many of you got inspired? Do I get a yes? Did you were you inspired? Okay. In that episode, that's episode 25th. However, last night, interesting enough, the longest and the most highly rated, trending episode, episode 27, 26, talks about Misery Manifesto, right? And while I believe it's not inspiring, which I'd like to ask now my guests, online guests, and live guests, if episode 25, day 25 was inspiring, how would you describe day 26, episode 26, where we talk about where I shared about countless misery. I was waiting for someone to tap. I was waiting for my students. I was waiting for audience to tap out and say, bail me out and shoot me out and say, enough, enough. I second the motion. Okay, three-wheeling here. But nobody did. Despite all the toxicity, despite all the misery that I was sharing, people are interested to learn. People are interested to know what I'm talking about. And it might probably something that you find ironic. But again, just as my conversations for you tonight, predictably irrational, I'd like to share with you countless of irrational decisions that people do, not randomly, but something we can predict. And so there are two ways to look at this. Hello, Coach Kit. There are two ways to look at this. Many players abuse this, take advantage of this because they know that they can play around, okay, the irrationality of people, which is highly predictable. You will find it out in a little while. On the other side of the coin, we as practitioner, we as people in the helping industry who is advancing, okay, let me know in the comment, okay, hashtag advancing, okay, if you are advancing transformation, hello Coach Rizal, if you are advancing change, if you are advancing improvement, growth, you know, the biggest chunk, the biggest share of books, category of books, blogs, videos in YouTube talks about growth, talks about transformation, talks about self-development. Ironically, many people do things irrational, decide on things without rationality, and it is predictable. It is predictable. Okay. So again, the body of research, okay, that I'm going to be sharing with you is written, done by Professor of Psychology and Behavioral Economist, Professor Dan Ariely. Okay. So I'm going to share with you three tenets, okay, that has been summarized by 4-minute books, three tenets from the book. And from the three tenets of the book, I'm going to be sharing with you as well, okay, my thoughts and how it will, okay, impact the way your consumer, your clients, and avatars respond to you. The book is 280 pages long. And if you are new to the conversations, if you are new to like Misery Manifesto, you are new to understanding the irrationality of people, then this book will make you sick. And so I leave it up to you if you want to feel sick or if you want to bum it. Okay, some people would bum it. Okay, so when I was introduced to this body of works in one of my mastermind, we were given the caution, just like with Misery Manifesto, that if you are not, if you are not a player in the industry and you are not here to make it really happen for your people, for your tribe, then these are the materials that's not for you. So no matter how people will dress up in, I would say, package it, I would say that these things that Misery Manifesto, last night's conversations, if you haven't watched the replay, please do watch the replay. And this predictably irrational thing will make you understand why we're stuck in the things that we do, why the people we want to help are stuck in their old pattern, and why the people who are awakened, the awakened giants, would default on going back to their old habits and as if forgetting their investment in achieving greater things. Now, how many of you now are excited? How many of you now have this feeling that, hey, I want to learn, especially if you are my students. Okay, hashtag student of my just this afternoon, I launched my Mastering Tough Talks micro coaching program. So if you are my student, please hashtag student. Okay, congratulations, everyone. Maraming salamat for trusting. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so it's gonna be 3 months more journey for us, and welcome to a new program. So if you are a student, hashtag student. Now, you will understand that predictably irrationality of individuals. Again, the irrationality, according to the tenets of this book, and according to the body of research conducted on this, the irrational decisions of people are predictable. It is not random, it is predictable. It happens over and over again. So this is a big opportunity for us, coaching professionals, coaching entrepreneurs, business owners, or if you are thinking, do I have a role? Do I have a niche? Do I have an opportunity to play in the coaching industry, in the coaching profession? Yes, the answer is yes. By the way, if you are not familiar with the numbers, right now, the world population plus minus is officially 8 billion. And the number of professional certified life coaches or individuals, professionals advancing ethical, professionally trained, continuously investing in the professions is less than 100,000 people. Having said that, you would do the math and you would see that the number is, with every 80,000 people, there is just one coach. So that's the ratio that we're looking at. 1 is to 80,000. And that number gives you an opportunity to navigate, to explore, to expand, and truly to take advantage. If you are one person, hello, Coach Joanna, you are one person who have a big heart, you want to change the world, you want to make an impact, you want to make things better, okay? You want to make this world a better place than you found it, then life coaching is the best opportunity for you to take a look at. Okay. So, and as I invite many right now, after doing the profession, the certification classes, I'm now on my 7th year. Up next, my class 19, while my class 19 is the CPD accredited co-actively co-create life coach certification program. Class 19 is up next on February 2 and 3. This is a face-to-face class at the function hall of Decap Coffee Republic, our coaching hub, which is located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixtons and United Streets, Capitolia, Pasig City. We are open from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. We are up all night from Monday to Saturday. And tonight is hashtag Pub Saturday. It's open mic Saturday. So probably there are some of our coaches now are doing the open mic. Our host, okay, is Coach Orville. So probably he started now his open mic. That's why you cannot see Coach Orville here. All right. So going back, I've been doing certification classes since 2017. And originally, I was in partnership with an institute based in Texas, USA. And I have done over 50 certification classes. And then you know, something happened in the partnership. Unfortunately or fortunately, lo and behold, right now I am running a CPD accredited, internationally CPD accredited with 40 credit units, that certification program. Okay. So I'm now on my batch 19. I'd like to invite you to come if you have been certified from the previous classes that I conducted with in partnership, or if you have been in a CACC classes before, you are welcome to join and attend the refresher class. Okay, come over, have a conversations with Coach Rizal, 0917-586-1661. Okay? tulungan po natin, okay? Tulungan po natin ang ating mga brain to continuously, okay, learn, okay, be adept, be strengthened. Now, if you are one person and you're still not yet decided if you are gonna dive into the profession, but you are super interested, I truly ask you to get in touch with us, have a conversations with Coach Rizal, visit our coaching hub, let us know how we can help you achieve a particular dream, a goal, solve a problem. Because the best way to know if you are cut for the profession is to experience the profession. Now, if you're coming from different parts of the Philippines, you're coming from different parts of the globe, you can also experience online coaching. We can do that. Just message us, get in touch with us. Okay. So Coach Jane is not from Manila, but she's also she flew into Manila for the certification class. So you can do that. You can make a decision. You can visit www Life Coach Philippines. We have posted there questions that you have to ask if this is the institute that is fitted for you. So all I'm trying to tell you is that when you hear the predictably irrationality of human being, I'm asking you not, I'm asking you please not to decide to just stay on the bench. Okay. I hope that when you see and when you hear and when you understand how irrational decisions of the people in our space, in our life, the people we love, in the church, in the ministry, at work, in the community, how predictably irrational decisions are happening. My prayer is that when you understand this, when you become aware of this, you become inspired and motivated to take hold of your portion, carry the banner of advancement and transformation. Because help is available, and as we receive help, we can be that glowing light in the darkness and become the light to other people. So I want to go ahead and really invite all of you to take a look at our profession, whether you are professional coach right now, you are doing coaching in another capacity, but you know that you are doing coaching. If you are raising the next generation, you are a parent, a mother, a father, a guardian. If you are raising the next generation of leaders, if you are one person who's building the church, if you are one person, we have super big heart for mental fitness, mental wellness, not just physical, but the holistic wellness of a human being. I truly encourage you to take a look at what we're doing here in Life Coach Philippines. We train, we give you professional training on coaching, not only certification classes, but a wide array, a plethora of courses. Right now, I have 500 courses plus minus in my portfolio that you can decide to help other people learn and improve their life. 20 of those courses are CPD accredited. So if you are one person and you are like me, you love to teach, you are passionate about teaching, you probably have a school right now, an organization, a training center right now, and you want to increase not just your business, but the capacity to help and support your clientele, then let's get connected, connect with us and get a license, get a licensee agreement with me, roll it out, okay? Teach. Let's help the world. Let's help the world. Okay? So, predictably irrational. Okay. I'm going to share with you first the three tenets that's been summarized, okay, from the book, okay, and you can find the three tenets that I'm going to be sharing with you from www 4-minute books, okay, .com. So this is just the three tenets, but the book is about 290 pages and it's not an easy read. Okay. So this is not something that, you browse. Okay. By the way, if you are in the habit of getting a book and you just scan and you feel that you're done, please don't do this with this book because you're going to miss a lot and it might really be so difficult for the stomach to swallow. So if you want to dive into the body of works, the research of Sir Dan, please work it out that you be very, very good students. Okay. Hello, Coach Nords. Okay. And you will really finish. But I'm going to give you three tenets of the book. Okay. First is that give others, okay, easy comparison so that they'll value you more highly. Okay. Now, let me repeat that. Give others easy comparison so they value you more highly. Now, how many times you been in a situation and it's hard for you to decide if there's only one item? So for example, you want to buy a rice cooker, you want to buy a chair, you let's pick it up. What was the last purchase that you had? Okay, can you share in the chat box? What was the last purchase you had? You know, not your typical grocery item, but here's the thing, okay? If you're given one item, think about it. For example, you're gonna buy a lawn mower, or you're gonna buy. I think the last purchase of Coach Clint, my son, he purchased things, sleepers. Okay, come on, Elaine. Okay, even sleepers. Okay, think about it. Rice cooker, sleepers, okay? You have one thing there. If you find one thing and the price, for example, of what you're buying is 500 pesos, it's hard for you to decide if it's cheap or expensive. How many of you gets that? Okay. So makeup, brushes, okay? You pick up any item, and if the item is only one, isn't it difficult to decide if you're getting a good deal or not, right? You go, to, for example, the item is 200 pesos. And then you move to the next store and there's the same item, almost the same, and the item is priced 350. Have you realized that we can almost predict that you will go back to the 200 and you will decide in your mind that the 200 is cheaper? How many of you gets that? How many of you gets that? That's the very reason why people wants the bargain. Okay? When you go to a place and everything is high priced, okay? Isn't it we can predict that instead of you saying this is out of my budget, we can irrationally predict, predictably irrational, that you will get the most cheapest item in there and you would believe that it's a bargain for you. How many of you gets this? Okay. So these are the first tenets of the book. When you give people comparison, okay, so that's the thing, Coach Marife, naturally. But the body, okay, so psychologically, they would say that's not how it is because we are rational being and we know that the shop is high end, the shop is out of the budget, we cannot afford it, we will not buy. But we can predict that almost always when a person gets into the shop, almost always, okay, there's there's a big opportunity that you're gonna pick up something as long as there is a comparison, and the comparison will give you the sense that you have saved or you get a best deal. Now, not only in buying things, how many of you have seen this? Okay, a not so good looking, pardon this, I don't mean to offend, this is part of the research, okay? A not so good looking person, if you get into a place and bring someone who is much, much not good looking or uglier or ugly person, how many of you would predict that would happen that automatically increase the look of the person. You will become much more handsome, good looking, because a person of lesser look is with you. Okay, so if you want, and in the when they did the experiment in the US, what they would do is, you bring a person, okay, that is lousy, okay, they would say lousy, a person who's not dressed well, okay, and then you bring that body, you bring that dude, okay, that how they bring the dude in the party, in the club, in the bar, and automatically, pardon, they would say the person looks hot, the person looks attractive. Why? Because now there is a point of comparison. How many of you getting this? In the same tenet, in the same perspective, that you are content with what you have. You're okay, you're happy, like you're good. And all of a sudden, you get a comparison, you get something to comparison, you become discontented because there is a point of comparison. So you see, the behavioral economics talks about not just our purchasing, not just the things that we buy, although that's the initial tenets, okay? The body of research, the works, also gives us this predictable irrationality of a human race, of a human person, encompasses a lot of domains in a person's life, and left on their own without coaching, without guidance, without help, the person will grow in dissatisfaction. What used to work no longer work. All right, so there's a plus minus how you look at it. So you can definitely use it for good, for an advantageous way, just as I said when you come in, just in case you're coming in now, okay? I am trying to explain to you this reality, not even a phenomenon. This is a reality because there are countless of research being done. And we have a great opportunity for transformation. We have a great opportunity of helping people evolve, transform, and get a better life, because now we can see and we can predict the irrationality. And so, if we're able to help people see the irrationality, the irrational decisions they do commit in their lives, we will be in the best position to partner with a person, and the person will get to see, hey, life is not bad at all. You just need another person who would know how to process things for you, with you, okay, in your space right now, so that you see a different perspective. Hashtag perspectiving mental model. Okay, are you getting this? Okay. So if you are a coaching professionals and you're having a difficulty to explain what we do, how we do it, or is it really effective, or why coaching works, because there is a science that explain. Now, if you have difficulty explaining it in the by the way, again, this is behavioral economics. And if you are meeting me for the first time, okay, I'm a graduate of economics from the University of the Philippines. So, economics, I've been trying to tell my students way back in 2017 that life coaching is a recession proof business. How do I know that? Because I'm from the field of economics. So I understand inflation, deflation. I understand economic crash. I understand currency. I understand the world monetization, how the resources of the world move around every 80 years. I do understand that. And I want you to understand that a lot of times we are not able to explain to our clients what they are missing or what they are using and missing. Because what they use, sometimes they feel that they are like there are certification program that you will get far less. Okay, so one student of mine offers certification classes for 100 pesos. Some you can get free in the internet. And you ask, why would I pay you $1,000 for a certification class? And you see, I'm not losing anything. That's cheap. You are losing a lot. You're losing your potential to learn. You're losing your opportunity, your credibility, your authority, your time, and a lot of currency. And predictably, okay, while it's irrational, okay, predictably, we can predict that the trust factor will be lower because your quality of education is lower. And still, irrationally, people will still go for the cheaper. How many of you getting this? In the same tenets, I would tell my students, okay, my programs are six figure, and they would say, that's expensive. I cannot afford it. Okay, you cannot afford it. But if you talk about death, if you talk about cancer, like I lost my father in 2015, cancer, bone cancer, lung cancer that metastasized to the bone. After 40 days of journey, I lost my father. He's been a dialysis patient, he's been in dialysis for years. He is a kidney patient for over a decade, but I lost him in cancer. And during the time, I didn't have millions. I didn't have a million in the bank. But if somebody told me your father will live another year, another 2 years, for sure and guaranteed, give me a million, I will find that million to make sure that my father live more years. But nobody told me. In the same token, I will tell my clients, all right, you don't have the money to spend. You don't want to look into how you can spend that money. But when your mental health crash, your marriage crash, you crash, you lose the same thing. But it's unfortunate that we're not able to bring this into the conversations because, again, we're not able to understand the predictable, irrational actions of people. How many of you here are giving me a thumbs up? All right? Like, guess. Let me know. Are you getting this? Do you give me a thumbs up? Do you understand why you also lose faith in the what we do? Okay? Getting this? Getting this. Now, another tenets of the book is, here's the thing. Free, okay, FREE, free is just another kind of price, but a very powerful one. So, my students, you've been hearing from me, I move the free line. The free line is actually a price tag. You probably heard there is no free lunch. Make sense? Okay. When people hear something is free, they go insane. Agree? Now, let me test this with you. Do you have a box? Do you have a cabinet? Do you have an area at home that is full of free goods that you collected through the years and you're not using? How many times you buy, you subscribe, and you get the buy one, take one, and the other items or the other food get expired, the other items get to collect all the dust. How many of you get that? That's why in my tribe, in our tribe, I move the free line and I give so much free for my clients. So I don't bribe my clients for free so that they come in. I do it the opposite. You come in and I'll give you all the previous because you are my client. That's how I counteract this. Because otherwise, you're gonna buy my course. You're gonna get into my program because of the free, and that would just be a clutter into your mind, which I don't like to happen because I understand this thing. How many of you getting this? Okay. You have a lot of extra journaling notebooks. Yes. Coach Lynn, you're right. You collect. Okay. Now, Dan says free is powerful emotional trigger, but at its core, it's just another price. The price of $0 now. But that $0 will have a compound interest. It eats a space, hashtag cost of inventory. Make sense? You have more spaces to clean. Okay, some people have more spaces to guard, to look after. Okay, how many times you're buying one thing, but because there's a free, you get another items that's a few pesos higher, but there's a free, and you think that, well, I save. Nope, you spend. How many of you getting this? Yeah, you're getting this. Behavioral economics talks about challenges, okay? The traditional, okay, this challenges the traditional assumption that we are purely rational decision makers. Behavioral economics recognize that our choices are often influenced by emotions, biases, heuristics, and when we're able to understand this, we can approach our clients with so much empathy, with so much clarity in our head why they need what we're offering. Make sense? Okay. There is a nudging towards better choices. Unfortunately, in coaching, the choices are far off and not better. We stand on the opposite poles. All right. So if you are one person and you compete with the same low end margin, low end market, the competitions will be difficult for you, because if the competition is offering 500 per hour, you offer 400 per hour, the competitions offer 200 per hour, both of you are losing. But we stand on the different spectrum and give the value, and there's no competition. Hashtag blue ocean. We get to choose the clients, we get to give our best. Okay, we get to filter the people who are truly dedicated to have the results, and therefore we are able to get the cream of the crop, who are the elite and few rational people. Getting this? The third is that the concept of endowment effect causes you to overvalue what you own. Okay? What does it mean? Oftentimes, we value things more highly once we own them. Okay? So, it feels that the moment we get an item and we feel it, we get hooked to it, and we value more of it, and we want more of it. That's why if you think I'm going to get this once and I'm done, it's not going to work. It will be continuously going up and up. In the same tenets, if we use it very well in coaching, that's the reason why if we're able to serve one client, then there would always be a return, there would be a referral, there will be more. Are you getting this? So the works that we need to do is to bring the person understand what we do, experience what we do, because it will not end there. That would be definitely an improvement to it. There will be growth in it. There will be newness in it if only we keep our discipline and continuously serving them. With behavioral economics, we get to see complexity in decision making. Instead of a person just making a decision based on the food that they want to eat, I'll give you an example. How many times you've been to a restaurant and you don't know what to order? And when somebody, another predictable irrationality, when you hear the order of other people, two things would happen. Predictable. Either you order the same thing as the other person ordered, the person before you ordered, or number two, okay, if there are four options at the menu and there are four of you and the three of the people in the table get the other three, chances are, even if you don't like it, you'll get the fourth because you will say you want variety and so you can taste. Predictably irrational, it will happen. Do you get me? Okay. Based on research, when a person order silently, it means he or she do not hear the other order. The tendency is the person will order what he or she truly likes. Predictably irrational, how many of you been to situations where you want to order more, but because the person ahead of you order only one item, even if you want to order soup and the rest of the people did not order soup, how many of you had this? Do you like soup? Because before you order, you want somebody else to agree with you. Yeah, Coach Joanna, when you're being asked, yung katulad po sa kanya, make it two, say, pareho na po kami. Connecting. So, these are something that you can predict. So, imagine if you can use this in a good way and allow somebody, just one person in your space, receive a result, get a result. How much better your business, your coaching practice will be better. Somebody talks to me. Are you getting this? Yes? Thank you so much for tagging. We overvalue, you're right, coach. We overvalue what we have, okay, due to our emotions and experience associations with it. Earlier, we talked about impact. See, predictably irrational, the moment we get it, we overvalue it until we get something in comparison of it much better and then we devalue it. How many times we've done it in our lives? Are you getting this? Now, behavioral economics also talks about the power of defaults. It means it recognizes that most of the time we decide on what is already default. So we have a default brand, we have a default go-to person, we have a default process, we have a default strategy, we have a default way of doing things, and it's supposedly hashtag thought automation mental model. It's supposed to bring us to a higher level of living. Unfortunately, this very kind of default or thought automation works to our disadvantage when things are no longer working for us and it's left unchecked. And so we are going through the motion of things that's no longer working, but we keep and we uphold because it's our default. Hashtag connecting. Please let me know you are connecting. Is this making sense? Okay. Behavioral economics, okay, predictably irrational, also tells us that we embraced, okay, we embraced competitive edge because of this idea that if another person is proven better than us, then we will lose our job. How many of you can predict that? And so the company would use it and can use it to your advantage. I think earlier in the class, Coach Orville talked about that, right? That somewhere along the way, the company will be able to make you fight for something. At first, you're not fighting a colleague, you're not fighting for the promotion, but the company can do something, okay, that eventually you are fighting for the promotion. You don't like the person next to you. It feels like she's an enemy, he's an the enemy, that he did something wrong to you. Predictably irrational, because if you look at it, the person and you are created, kind of being built up to be buying, fighting for the same position in the future. How many of you are able to connect with this? See, it's predictable. Predictable that when you get promoted way ahead of your friend, predictable, irrationally, that somewhere out there, your best friend, your friend will start to feel, ba't na-promote siya ako, hindi pa? Even at times, you are not belong to the same company, but after 2 years, you get promoted, and your friend who's been in the company for 5 years never get the promotion. The friend now starts questioning, we're just the same. Why you get promoted? I don't get promoted. And you feel, you kind of like, why do I have to explain? Your company is different from my company. How many of you agrees and get that? Again, coaching professionals in the house, I am sharing all of these things to you because this is the opportunity for us to let our clients know what our profession can do for them and how much they're missing and what greater potential can they achieve working with us, because these are the holes that we get to see and we get to understand, but they remain to be blinded and they don't understand, and they're missing a lot of their big potential. Are you getting this? Do I get a yes? Do I get an agree? Behavioral economics allows us also to see the implications of a lot of influencers, gurus, thought leaders coming out in the field, because behavioral economics will also give us the picture that as we have more, okay, as we have more in the churn, we have more for discussions, we have more for conversations, we have more for sentiments, we have more of this tendency to find fault. How many of you, predictably irrational, also realize this? When you look at someone who's performing, achieving, doing things and all, the first thing that people would look after the wow, the hooray, ang galing, is what's wrong, what's missing, what's not perfect, what's not working. Predictably irrational. Now, I want you to just like hold it for a minute. If you are one coaching practitioner right now, you are coaching entrepreneur. You love to help. You want to help. You want to win in life. You want to thrive. You want to taste success. You want to end to the ever, cycle of poverty, scarcity, failed relationship, rejections, and all of that. And you look at yourself and say, like, how in the world can I help other people when I'm in a mess? I'm in a shit. I am all of this. Now, I'm going to give you this mental picture. If you stay in the box, all you can see is the box and what's inside the box. And when I say the box, is the box that limits you. You don't even get to see the box as the box itself. You don't even get to see where is the box situated, because all you can see is the darkness inside the box. It can be cozy, it can be comfortable, but all you can see is still the box inside where you're locked. And many thought leaders will tell you, think outside the box. I think we got that in one of our mugs. But I think what I proposed and what I lay in the table, can we all think there's no box? And sure, there is a box right now that you can feel. But sure, you are also empowered to get out of the box. There's a lot of different studies, body of knowledge, research that would tell us that the human race, people wants to be rich, wants to be happy, wants to be rich, wants to be happy. And you are one of those people. You and me, I want to be rich, I want to be happy. We want that. That's the reason why we do what we do. Yes, sure, we want to help. But in that, when we help, we are happy. The reason why we're giving people food, we're giving to charity. Yes, we have the big heart to help. But truly, what we get when we help is the happiness, the joy, the fulfillment. We want to be happy. And we kind of stuck in a space that we know is crippling our greatest potential. There are body of research, there's a lot of tenets, there's a lot of books, there's a lot of opportunities for growth, there's a lot of opportunities for improvement. But predictably irrational, why do you choose to stay where you know things can be better outside? That's irrational decision. And I want to challenge that very decision. Sure, it can be risky. Sure, it may not be sure. Sure, it might be difficult. Sure, it might be hard. Sure, there might be pain, failure, and all that. Sure, I got you. But truly, would you like to be part of the predictably irrational decision of staying, doing, copying, and being stuck, even if you know without the box, life can be much, much better? Because we are not meant to be inside the box. We are meant to create the box. We are meant to create the box, to package the gifts that we have, to package the service that we have. The service, the products, that's the meaning of the box in our lives. So we can compartmentalize, so we can productize, so we can show to people, this is what I got, this is what I show. But the box is not there to limit us of what we can do. If you are a doctor today, you can be a coach. You're an athlete today, you can be a coach. You're a mother today, you can be a coach. You are a student today, you can be a coach. You are an educator today, you can be a coach. The bar to enter our profession is low, but the bar to sustain it and grow and thrive is high. Predictably irrational, people will always go for the cheaper, even if they know that the cheaper will always be of lesser quality. So I challenge you, can you be truly operating in the highest form of a human being, which is endowed with creativity, with wisdom, with intelligence. Yes, sure, behavioral economists Dan have proven that countless of times human beings are predictably irrational. But I stand on my ground that we are created in the image and likeness of God. We have His wisdom. And if we choose to get our inheritance, to stand with intelligence, with prowess, with wisdom, with discipline, with guidance, with all of these things, I strongly believe that just as Shakespeare would say, we are of honorable being. I stand on that. And I strongly believe that our profession have a lot of opportunities to grow, advance, and truly make every human being be honored as they are created uniquely. If you are one person and you are not operating in your greatest potential, do me a favor, say yes to yourself. Do me a favor, give an opportunity for your potential to be explored. Have a conversations with us, visit our coaching hub, have a conversations with our coaches, allow us to help you find the tenets, okay, where you can really grow. Give us a chance. Don't keep us a secret, even to yourself. Super thank you for being part of our journey. Tomorrow, please come back. I'm going to be talking about from unbearable to unstoppable in 30 days. So what you can do to get out of the box, okay? If you have been stuck and you understand that from tonight's conversations, that box has been keeping you from achieving all your potentials in life, please come back tomorrow. I'm going to give you something, okay, for you to just keep rolling now, okay, and become unstoppable in 30 days. So that's going to be my conversations for tomorrow. But for tonight, please don't keep this conversation a secret. Do me a favor. Help me if I serve you very well tonight. Please help me rebuild Life Coach Philippines page. We are now operating in Life Coach Philippines International. Our old page has been hacked. So we are now rebuilding, but we are the same people. All right. We are the same people serving from this part of the world, from the Philippines. This is our digital space. This is us from the Philippines. Maraming pong salamat. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, MBAs. Thank you, students. Thank you to all my clients. And thank you, everyone, for saying yes tonight, for saying yes to yourself. Let's continue learning. I'll see you again tomorrow. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Open mic Saturday, Fab Saturday still going on in DCAP. If you're within the area, I look forward to seeing you in a few minutes. I'll be in DCAP. Meet me up. Good night.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.